20 minutes later, after the fire department of New York had burst onto 141st Street with sirens blaring and the crew of 15 firefighters had thoroughly inspected the building, the brownstone was deemed safe to enter again. The chaos had brought out dozens of neighbors who now watched as 2 firefighters lectured the Vanderbeekers about the hazards of unattended candles. Mama and Papa, who had been with Mr. Biederman, or Mr. B as they often called him, inside the brownstone at the time of the incident, followed that up with a lecture of their own. Thankfully, the damage was limited to a handful of singed areas of the rug, plus minor water damage from the sprinkler system. The sprinklers were also the reason why Aunt Penny and Franz were completely soaked. The Vanderbeekers and Orlando stood on the sidewalk, chastised. Mr. B, who had been eagerly awaiting Aunt Penny's arrival, glared at them. There was so much chaos that Mr. B and Aunt Penny hadn't even said hi to each other. Finally, Oliver broke the ice. "Welcome back to New York City," he said to Aunt Penny with a wave of his hands. Aunt Penny pushed a damp tendril of hair away from her eyes. "Thank you." "The fire wasn't in the plan," Laney piped in. "I'm sorry about the candles," Hyacinth said. "I'll make it up to you, I promise." Isa, noticing that Aunt Penny seemed particularly grouchy, spoke up. "Aunt Penny, why don't you come inside and get a shower? I'll make you a fresh cup of coffee." Aunt Penny perked up at the thought of coffee, and Isa led her up the stairs into the brownstone. The second the door shut, everyone talked at once. "We ruined everything," Laney wailed. "All that planning destroyed by an aberration," Jessie moaned. "This is why you're not allowed to light candles," Oliver scolded Hyacinth and Laney. "We know," Hyacinth said, wringing her hands. She looked at Mr. B. "Please don't be too mad, Mr. B." Their neighbor had not said a word through the whole incident, and the Vanderbeekers looked at him anxiously.